Hey, everybody, it's Anitra Henry Hunting. I want to say hello to all our popping and paid cell friends, girlfriends, boyfriends. Can we be friends? Uh, Jasmine, that's a shout out to you. I really do want to, first of all, say thank you to Jasmine for allowing me this opportunity to come to you guys and speak to you about how to create win-wins in sponsorship. Listen, in just a few short months is going to be 2018, and I know all of you are focused on creating just amazing wins and results in your business for next year, and so you're planning for that right now. And if you are thinking about securing sponsorship in 2018, whether that's for an event or for some other purpose, maybe you're starting a nonprofit or ramping up your current nonprofit, and sponsorship, corporate sponsorship is going to be a part of that. I'm glad you're here to join us today. So first of all, let me tell you a little bit about me, who I am. I know some of you guys know me, some of you may not, but I am Anitra Henry Hunting. I am the founder and chief sponsorship strategist for the Hunting Group. And what the Hunting Group does is we help a little bit of everybody with sponsorship. My goal, my mission at the Hunting Group is to create empathy on both sides of the sponsorship ask, because I have been on both sides of the sponsorship ask. I've been involved in sponsorship since 2001. I started out as a decision maker, and that is when I first realized that there were a lot of people who really needed help understanding how to secure sponsorship. Fast forward several years to about 2010 when I first started my business. It was not focused on sponsorship, but one of my best friends that I have been cool with since we were 13 years old decided to launch an event around women's health and self-care. And she needed help with sponsorship. And so that's how I got involved. And I've been doing it really full-time religiously since about 2012, 13, somewhere in there. I am also a fundraiser. I'm not a certified fundraiser, but I do volunteer my time with the American Marketing Association, my sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. And I'm also a sponsor as a business owner. I'm probably one of the few people that I've seen that will actually sponsor something. You can't be talking about sponsorship if you don't experience the benefits of it yourself. So that's a bit about me and why you're here and why I'm talking to you. So let's get to the point. The point is, how are you going to create a couple of win-wins in sponsorship for 2018 or for the rest of this year? Let me tell you about a conversation Jasmine and I were having. In fact, I want to say it was yesterday. Jasmine and I talk all the time about things that are going on in business, in her business, in my business, and everybody else's business. We do a lot of talking about business, and we're accountability partners and real partners. You know, there are times when we have projects that we work together, but I was saying to her that I experienced something that many of you business owners experience, and that is that inbox slide in asking for help but don't want to pay for it. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background on this particular situation. There is a person who is planning an event for the first time, and the inbox went a little something like this. Hey, I just got finished reading your free stuff. I still have some questions. I can't really decipher if I should go after sponsorship or if I should be asking for donations. And then beyond that, I still have some more questions. And I really would like to talk to you about it and get all my questions answered. And the bottom line, the quote that I want to give you from this person is, I will gladly take any help I can get. So, of course, my response is, hey, it seems like you got a lot of questions. So what I want you to do is go to my blab page and set up a consultation. Of course, that never took place, but that isn't what this is about. There are several of you in here that could talk about business etiquette. I want to talk about how this applies to sponsorship. The issue is, this is the mentality that gets taken into sponsorship, and that's why several people never hear back from sponsors, because you're not starting off with a mentality to create a win-win, okay? If you want to slide in my inbox and say, I will take any help I can get, What are you communicating to sponsors? I will take your money, I will take your in-kind product and service, and I will give nothing in return. Listen, this is what you guys have to understand about sponsorship. The dollars that are allocated for sponsorship come from marketing. So understand that nobody that is a decision maker in sponsorship is making that decision from a warm, fuzzy place that I just want to help all the kittens and puppies in the world. Let me tell you what they want. They want access to your tribe, okay? Because that's what's sponsorable. And that's the next step on how to create a win-win, is understanding what your property is and how it's marketable. The one thing that everybody who's looking for sponsorship should have is a tribe. Whether that tribe is around a cause, whether that tribe is around finding solutions like Poppin' and Paid Sell Friends is. Look, we just want to be popping and paid, and Jasmine got some stuff, some fire that she can give to us. So we're all here because we want help and we want solutions to our questions. We're her tribe, okay? So the tribe is sponsorable. How that tribe is sponsorable creates the win-win. How active and how engaged you are with your tribe members is what makes sponsors open their wallets. I'll give you a prime example, just really quick here. What's on your email list? How often do you email? What's your open rate? How many people follow you on social media, and how engaged are they? You can go out and buy Twitter followers and all other kinds of followers with bots and all that kind of stuff, but are they engaged? If you post on Twitter, if only 2 people are going to respond to a sponsor, that's not really engagement, and they're probably not going to want to hear you boast about the 30,000 Twitter followers you have or Instagram followers that you have if the engagement is not there. So what's going to be important to create a win-win is to understand that your tribe is sponsorable, and how effective and efficiently you communicate with that tribe is what makes a sponsor open their wallet. Okay, so get real clear when you're asking for sponsorship, talk about the details, which is the third tip on how to create win-wins with sponsorship. And that is going to be measurement, okay? You know, let me just share with you guys real quick. Let me ask especially the ladies, let me ask you guys a question. Do you know that feeling you get when your spouse, your partner, maybe even your child or family member says thank you for something that you were going to do anyway? That happened to me just the other night. I made dinner and my husband came to me and said, "Oh, baby, thank you so much for making this dinner." Well, guess what? I was going to cook anyway because I was hungry. But I was happy to hear thank you. You'd be amazed at how many properties get sponsored and never go back after they get the cash, after they get those in-kind services, and never say thank you to that sponsor. The next time they communicate with that sponsor is when that annual event comes up again and they need another check, or they need another renewal on that service that they provided, or they need to get that venue again for free, okay? So even at measurement, and we talked a little bit about that, but that thank you is definitely a part of that. What I'm going to do is ask you to go just one step further. And with that thank you, say thank you all year long, but say thank you wrapped in data, okay? Data will save the day, okay? That's your nugget for today. Data will save the day, and let me tell you why. Sharing what you have done, whether it worked or whether it didn't, makes sponsors feel like the shareholders and the partners that they are. Even if you have to tell a sponsor, you know, we gauged that we were going to have 6% growth in our email list this year, and you missed that goal and you only grew by 3%. Sharing that information with the sponsor makes them feel great. It's like that feeling that you get when someone says thank you for doing something that you were going to do anyway. Okay? So really quickly, just to recap, about how to create win-wins in sponsorship. One is to make sure you're taking in the right mentality. You do not have the universe's permission to remain a beggar. You cannot always be asking and never giving. Okay? So take in the win-win mentality and talk about what the sponsor will get by partnering with you. That's step number one. Step number two is be sponsorable. Know what's sponsorable. And again, the answer to that question is not only your tribe, but how effectively and efficiently you communicate with your tribe, whether that's through events, whether that's through email, whether that's through social media, a combination of the three. And feel free to get very creative here. The more creative you are about what cool things you're doing and activations that you're doing with your tribe, the more interesting you are to a sponsor and the more you stand out to a decision maker. You're doing something that everybody else is not. Okay? And the third way to create a win-win is by measuring and sharing data. And the easiest way to do that is to wrap that sharing of the data up into a thank you. All right? So if you have more questions, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go over to join us. I have a group on Facebook. Jasmine is also in the group. And it is called Sponsorship Success Guide for Associations. There are 2 questions that you have to answer to get into the group. Be sure to answer those questions and we will let you in and we can continue this discussion. Also, what I want you to know is next Thursday, November the 9th at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern, I will be hosting a webinar more about sponsorship to help you guys get ready for success in 2018. So hopefully you'll sign up for the webinar and there'll be more about that, especially in the group. Okay? You can also like me on Facebook. I have a business page. It's called The Hunting Group. I'm also on LinkedIn. Feel free to join me over there as well. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you get on my personal page, I really don't talk a whole lot of business on my personal page. So it's kind of not the best place to follow me if you've got questions about sponsorship, but definitely the group and the group and my Facebook page are the best places to catch me and ask me questions that you have. So I just, again, want to say thank you to Jasmine on this last day, this wonderful Halloween day in October. And I'm wishing you all the best in sponsorship success. See you soon.